of Life Daily Devotional Show. Today being the 24th of October 2021, our topic says dealing with bad news. And we are going to see our text in the book of Psalms chapter 112 verse 7. I read, "They do not fear bad news. They confidently trust the Lord to care for them." Now, let me ask us this. How would you react to bad news? Are you one that once you receive bad news, you fall into depression? Or you are someone that when you receive bad news, you start looking for someone to put the blame on? Or you are someone that actually blame God? Or you are someone that just shrink into your shell and then you are not talking to people? How exactly do you react to bad news? We have a couple of individuals who acknowledge the news, move on, realizing and believing that God is in control. Now, according to the Bible, when such news comes, we need to verify, as the scripture says in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 21. It says, "Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Don't be in a hurry to accept bad news." Now, Jacob was fed with bad news in Genesis chapter 37. He believed without verifying the authenticity, and they mourned the living Joseph for years. He was told that his son Joseph, they had killed him all, and then we all know the story. And then he didn't verify. He just kept it in his heart and believed that it was true. He didn't verify. So the first thing we should do when we receive such is to first verify. How true is this news? We shouldn't just accept it like that. We shouldn't just let it break us down like that. We should first verify. After verifying, you need to take action. How do we take this action? By taking the news to God in prayer. No bad news should make you faint. You should rather strengthen your spirit to pray. According to what it says in Luke chapter 18 verse 1, we should always remember that God is in control of everything, and in fact, all things, there is nothing we can do of our own. So when we receive such and we are verified and confirmed that it's true, the next thing we should talk to God is that we should talk to God, because it's only God that can take control. Don't engage in continuous thinking. The things we think about have a way of replaying themselves. When you begin to think too much about these things, one way or another, it will cause depression. But when you take it to God and then leave it to God's hands and believe that God is in control, you find out that your soul is lifted. Philippians chapter 4 verse 8. It says, "Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things." Are we saying we shouldn't think about the bad news at all? No, you should think about it, but don't let it be a continuous thought. Think positively that God is in control. And that is the end of our show for today. Now, before we go, I want us to say this prayer. Father in heaven, arise and change every bad news in my life. So let's say that one more time. Father in heaven, arise and change every bad news in my life. May God answer our prayers in Jesus' name. Thank you for joining us on today's episode. See you next time.